Welcome back to Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Last time, we were in the middle of a very important ideological battle.
Now we're in a fisticuff.
That's right.
Exactly.
We're discussing Mubalan's in that one chart of, like, authoritarian to libertarian.
So, one thing I do actually appreciate about the setup of this fight is that each phase, you can see the characters as they get weaker, so like their movesets change and they change to different versions of the characters. Like you can see now that Naruto's not in like his Super Saiyan mode kind of thing. Like it's actually a pretty nice touch as far as like this 40-minute battle goes.
Eventually it will just be two old men fighting on top of a Metal Gear.
Right, because it takes them forever.
Hey,
thankfully, no one else ages while they're falling asleep, so it's just them that got old.
Come on, Jay, don't kid ourselves. Naruto is never gonna reach the heights of the old man fighting Metal Gear Solid 4.
Look, I can hope.
I mean, we can all hope. But
I hope every goddamn day of my life.
so far, we have not really seen much evidence that that hope is really doing much good.
Yeah, maybe
Ow.
for Boruto, we just need to read another 20 years of manga.
What's the... Oh.
Yeah, so now
Oh, that's what that is.
we've flown back to a previous fight that we've had once before in Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3.
God, did they seriously fight like 10 times over the course of the series?
So, Chirps, would you say at the beginning of Naruto is exactly like Spider-Man?
In what ways?
Well, in the ways that everyone hates him, even though he's trying to do good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and also, he's on the newspaper headlines about what a menace he is to society.
But also, he's
Yeah.
a metaphor for like, you know, coming of age.
Exactly. I mean, I do believe he's a lot of those things, yes.
Like a menace. You definitely believe he's a menace.
So here's something you'll note about this fight. So it's got like a timed little dialogue here going on. So you'll also notice that Sasuke's life isn't going down. I am literally just stalling for time while the dialogue finishes.
Oh no.
Cool.
He's getting stronger.
Oh no, he's too good at the game. Quick, stop his progress.
I think this is the only time in this fight that happens. It's just a really weird choice to have made dialogue go on this long.
So
if
you're actually punished for doing the secret action, basically, huh?
Well, let's just say that maybe the actions aren't as secret as the game would lead you to believe.
Oh shit, is this fighting vipers? Can you just break off armor?
Well, you'll notice with the armor break, we've gotten slower, and again, our moves have changed.
Weird that you would have gotten slower now that you're wearing less. But okay.
Well, we're also taking a lot more damage.
I mean, that makes sense. I don't know why you phrased it like that.
I mean, you could just dodge.
So, Chirps, I also have another question. Are the voices meant to be overpowered by every sound effect in this fight?
I think it's just because the sound balancing in the fights maybe isn't that hot. It's very loud.
See, that's why Nasura's rat, they just had everyone yell all the time.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Trumps, you found another secret. You're so good at this
That's
game.
right. I don't remember how long this one goes, but it might be that I stall in this one too. I had forgotten about this one. The first time Naruto and Sasuke fought.
Wait, does he have hands coming out of his back? What the fuck?
Their wings, first of all. And this is when he figured out that he had the devil trigger.
I thought you became a squirrel for a second.
No. Okay, no, so at one point Naruto could only harness some of the tails of his tailed beast. And that's how that works. So he's only got one tail.
Some, also
Right.
known as one, apparently.
Well, in other fights he'll also be like, oh, four-tailed or five-tailed or whatever.
He was just like, I give up. He's got terrible posture in this position. Oh, is there gonna be another armor break? Are we gonna get to see Skimpy Naruto?
Yeah, this is where we learned out the DOA X3 crossover.
Well, that's just not gonna make sense to Western audiences because the SJWs have destroyed this bikini game that, like, sold 5 copies.
That's actually the revolution that Sasuke wants.
I can't believe these people want ladies on the cover of DOA, but not on the cover of Battlefield.
And now we get to the saddest fight in the world. So here's something cool about this. None of them have jutsus, and if you do a jutsu attack, you just create a bad doppelganger that lies on the floor dead.
Okay, this is cool, though. You know what? I will say this. This is revolutionary, and I think more video games should have the final boss just you fighting each other's babies. Think about it. Metal Gear Rising would be so much better if you fought Baby Armstrong at the end.
I mean, this is basically how Tekken 7 ends.
You should play more with the rest of us!
You should play more with the rest of us, asshole!
I'm gonna kick the shit out of you if you don't play with the rest of us.
You should play with the rest of us, especially all the kids that hate me, too.
You just confuse yourself. You really make no sense.
I hate my stupid goggles, they're so hard to draw.
It may just be the rest of the video. Just 2 children beating each other.
So, now we've reached the part where the 2 boys are just completely destroyed. As you can see, our chakra bar has just broken off.
You still have enough chakra to be able to walk on water, but okay.
This is just so sad.
I will say, like, actually, like, just, like, gameplay-wise, this is kind of neat. It's still...
No, I really like this, and, like, the secret actions are basically just you, like, doing just single attacks at this point, like, all the kind of, like, big manga shots, right, is, like, just trying to make it all look the same. So many of them are just Naruto getting the shit kicked out of him.
I was wondering how the secret actions were going to roll out at this point, because if they were going 5 more levels below what they're at now, I would very much like to see that.
They're fighting as embryos.
They just become sludge.
You can try to do a jutsu, it doesn't do anything. You can try to charge up, it doesn't.
Yeah, punch him in the kidneys, Naruto.
And your attacks are sort of context sensitive, where if you're not far enough, you just fall over. But then occasionally you get the right punch, and...
Damn. How embarrassing would it be to drown like that? Like, you have enough chakra to stay above the water, but your face is just in it?
Honestly, I really like the like cinematic nature of this fight. Like, the way it goes through all these things is, like, really cool.
And I'm glad to do the cross counter, which is known as the best move.
Exactly.
Like, you want to have, like, a cinematic, like, ending to really show how evenly matched these guys are. Just do a cross counter. Every boxing manga has done it for millions of years, and it always works.
It's never not cool.
Play.
Hey, come on, now. Leave those jokes in 2008, my friends.
Sorry.
Did you edit in that eyeball? I couldn't tell, honestly.
No. That's a real eyeball.
Look at all the friends I alienated along the way.
Or killed. Wow, Naruto, you have way more friends. No wonder you're the winner.
I think some of those are gods.
All of our battles! Sasuke!
They didn't leave a translator note for that one.
So, you know, it's kind of sad that in Sasuke's whole thing, Orochimaru wasn't in there, because Orochimaru is Sasuke's only friend.
The only one who's still willing to put up with him.
That's just because he's basically incubator for his body, too, whenever he dies.
It's true. It's just like, hey, Sasuke, can you hold on to this for me?
Naruto and Sasuke accidentally destroy the world when they were steps away from saving it.
Whoops.
I didn't realize his goggles were branded with his name, but that's awesome.
It's in case he loses them. Also, he's just wearing a t-shirt.
There are maybe 3 polygons in those goggles. They look like garbage.
Now do you finally get it? See? If you move, the wound will open.
Why are you so obsessed with standing in my way? I acquired this strength so I could cut everything off and enter the darkness. Naturally, everyone tried to break their bonds with me at least once. But you never did. Why are you so determined to stay involved with me?
How many times do I have to tell you? Don't you get it by now?
Just answer me.
Because we're friends.
Just what is a friend to you?
You can't explain something like that with words. But whenever I see you trying to carry everything on your shoulders like that, it hurts. It hurts so bad that I just can't ignore you.
Naruto. I know that you've always been alone. Just like me, you felt alienated in the village. But unlike me, you did stupid things to try and get people's attention. Back then, I thought you were an idiot, a weakling. But deep down inside, I was interested in you too. Then we both grew and ended up on the same team. I did missions together with you, while you kept going on and on about how you wanted to become the Hokage. And as I felt us growing stronger together, I decided that I wanted to fight you someday. Then, I started to see Team 7 as my own family. That's why, whenever I saw you in pain, yes, I also hurt. When I understood your pain, that's when I first thought of you as a friend. But in return, as I saw you grow exponentially strong, I just couldn't ignore you. You had a strength that I lacked. You were always walking in front of me, just like my brother did. And the same is true today. You.
Guess it's too soon for you to move. Just when I thought I could punch you to wake you up. Huh? What?
You still want to keep fighting?
Of course, I'll fight you as many times as...
I accept it.
Huh?
I lost.
You idiot! This isn't about winning or losing! My friend was sulking, so I just thought I'd punch him to wake him up, that's all!
Hey, Naruto. I accept you. If I die here, the chain of war that's been continuing since the time of the Sage of the Six Paths will come to an end. This is another type of revolution. I'll decide this issue myself, once and for all.
How can you decide anything by dying? You might as well live on and help me instead, if you're just gonna do that! What I want to do is cooperate with all the shinobi! Including you, of course.
Who says everyone else will agree to that?
Oh, come on. Go on, spout some more crap like that. I'll punch you again.
There's no telling when I may stand up to defy you again in the future.
You won't do this kind of thing anymore.
How can you be sure of that?
Don't make me repeat myself!
Just what are you?
We're friends!
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Because we're friends!
Why are you so determined to stay involved with me?
How many times do I have to tell you? Don't you get it by now?
Just answer me!
Come on, you're the one who still doesn't get it. Now that I think about it, I guess you always have been surprisingly dense.
Shut up, you loser. I knew they'd be here.
Kakashi-sensei.
Yeah, go to them.
I'm not gonna lose to you!
Say whatever you want, you brain-dead loser.
Enough, Naruto. Shut up already.
So, he's finally returned.
Now we're gonna get a jazzy credits theme, right?
That's right. Well, we're gonna get credits.
Chirps, do you want to start? Do you want to get the opinion train running?
So, I do, right? Okay, so, we've been through 3 of these games now. I think we can all agree it should have ended in the second one, because that would have just cleared up all of the major plots that were happening within Naruto in terms of character development.
Honestly, it could have ended at the second one's first fight scene, but sure.
No, it couldn't have, because none of the character stuff would have been developed. The thing is, like, it genuinely could have ended there, and all the character development could have been done. Sasuke could have gotten his revenge on Itachi and, like, I don't know, reintegrated into society. And Naruto would have been respected by everyone, but then it just It does the classic shonen thing of having to make a new, stronger villain. And it just, like, I think it really, like... well, yes, it hurts the pacing, clearly, because it fucking goes on forever. But also, it just hurts, I think, the themes that it's going for, because it makes Sasuke constantly, like, go back and forth on whether or not he's actually learned anything through this entire series.
Yeah, I feel like 2 also works because in 3, Sasuke kind of just starts becoming a mass murderer.
What is the theme of Naruto? Just friendship above all else, or...?
Well, it's also a story about two people who come from very similar backgrounds who deal with it in different ways, and sort of the coming to terms with these different ideals, right?
Yeah.
It's like recognizing that, you know, it's not just like the circumstances that create someone, it's the environment in which they're, you know, born, you know, they grow up in and kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's nature versus nurture.
I think a big problem kinda is that ultimately I think Naruto always kind of wants to go for an optimistic tone, and especially the shit it was telling with Sasuke, it ended up making it not kinda good at all because of that. Because, like, I think better storytelling would be just Sasuke dies. You can't bring him around from that because he's too far gone. But that clashes with the tone of Naruto, so he survives. But then also because of all the shit Sasuke does, it kind of makes him as a character feel bad.
And it's a situation, too, where, like, you know, the arc of Naruto Shippuden, like, just doesn't make any sense past Pain. Like, the Madara Uchiha thing, sure, he's like, you know, history's greatest monster, so he can come back or whatever, and it's, like, sort of okay, but the whole, like, Moon Mom stuff just has no place in here. Like, it comes out of nowhere, and it's unsatisfying, and it doesn't add anything.
All of this is kind of frustrating to me, because, like, you talked about the teams, and I actually find the teams Naruto tries to handle interesting in concept, but in execution it's so, like, bogged down with, like, all the shonen tropes that it's not great.
Yeah, and again, especially with this whole last bit where sort of, like, it all gets super muddied because some other conflict happens.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, for being, like, this ridiculous, over-the-top, like, ninja anime, like, it's all so dull. Like, things are happening, but it's just, like, nothing ever has, like, enough time to breathe for you to care about any one conflict. It's always, like, just breakneck, onto the next thing, like, hey, something else, these characters are now different in some way, and I can't follow it. It's just like,
And they all feel like variations on the same thing happening. Like, it's always, like, some large conflicts get solved, but hey, turns out there's actually someone behind it, or there's someone, like, coming up to take advantage of what has just happened. Like, it never breathes, it never really lets up in any way that lets anything develop properly. Like, it's...
Because Sasuke had a change of heart after getting beat over the head, and that's it. He literally changed his mind, his entire, like, core philosophy in 5 seconds, because we have to have a happy ending for Naruto.
And also, from my viewpoint as someone who does not know this series pretty much at all, like, the further we have gotten into these games, the more I feel like it gets into, like, the same problems that the Tales games have, in that half of the scripts just becomes, like, complete nonsense words that I have absolutely no idea what mean.
See, I'm used to that, though, because I have watched Star Trek.
okay. So we're ready for Naruto the Next Generation, then?
No.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, but don't go. There's still a little something that we need to get through.
Get through is a good way to put it.
This is good. This is good, actually. I like this.